Hello and welcome to this week's Power Engineering International newscast. I'm Tildy Bayar. In this week's news, RWE could split its business if power prices continue to fall, GE completes its acquisition of Alstom, India and Indonesia agree to cooperate on renewable energy, and plans to expand Nigeria's largest power plant are threatened by debt. RWE's chief executive, Peter Terium, has not ruled out splitting the company in the same manner as its rival E.ON as wholesale power prices continue to drop. RWE's cost-cutting measures are failing to make enough impact on its net debt of over $28 billion, and Terium said this week that power prices of 28 euros per megawatt hour are making it harder to cut more costs. Germany's wholesale power prices have dropped by nearly half since 2012, and are currently trading at 29.35 euros per megawatt hour. This has squeezed margins at RWE's gas and coal-fired power plants to the point where it can be more economical to simply shut them down. The German government's insistence that utilities pay for the country's nuclear phase-out has created an additional financial burden. GE announced this week that it has completed its $10.6 billion acquisition of Alstom's power and grid businesses, representing the company's largest ever acquisition. The deal's completion follows regulatory approval in over 20 countries and regions, including the EU, US, China, India, Japan, and Brazil. With the deal done, GE Power and Water and Alstom Power have combined to form GE Power, which will employ more than 65,000 people in over 150 countries and produce an estimated annual revenue of $30 billion. GE said its new business will supply total power plant and life cycle solutions that can support equipment from multiple suppliers. And in an exclusive piece for Power Engineering International, Paul McElhenney, president of GE's Power Services business, said the deal will bring GE's share of the world's thermal power generation capacity to 1,600 gigawatts, or around 40% of the global thermal energy sector. Indonesia and India have signed a memorandum of understanding for cooperation on new and renewable energy. The two countries' plans include information and technology exchange, technology transfer, development of joint research projects, promotion, investment, policy dialogue, and capacity building. The cooperation is expected to help both countries meet ambitious emissions reduction goals by 2030. Rida Mulyana, Director General for New and Renewable Energy at Indonesia's Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources, said his country aims to learn from India's experience with wind power as well as develop floating solar photovoltaic plants. Power generation and future expansion plans at Nigeria's largest power plant are both under threat due to a debt totaling $20 million. The 1,320 megawatt gas-fired plant is owned by Egbin Power, a joint venture between Korea's KEPCO and Nigeria's new electricity distribution company. The chairman of the joint venture, Kola Adesina, said this week that the debt was due to the government's failure to finalize a power purchase agreement with the nation's distribution companies. According to Adesina, the government has also failed to finalize a gas supply agreement for the plant, resulting in a 40% drop in power generation and ongoing blackouts due to inadequate gas supply. Egbin Power has begun work on a $1.3 million plan to boost the plant's capacity to 2,670 megawatts by 2019, but Adesina said the process would face serious challenges due to the debt burden. That's all from us this week. We'll see you again soon, and in the meantime, you can keep up with the latest global power sector news on our website, LinkedIn group, and Twitter feed.